Do have a game for myself versus Sipa. He was helping me warm up for some tournament games earlier on. But this game was pretty fun. It showed a little different Skaven style. So we're good. We'll try it. We'll check it out instead of just Icket Claw and Poison Globes. This is my one of two. Yes, one of two Anti-Beastmen builds with the Skaven. You just don't have any globes, and you have very limited front line, since in this matchup, I mean, if you care about the meta stuff, here you go. In this matchup, I only bring 4 Skaven Slave Spears just because I have the money for them, but I don't actually need them. Infantry literally don't matter in this matchup at all, for either side, to be honest. The Beastmen don't have infantry that are fast enough at killing even Skaven Slaves to get onto a backline, and the Skaven don't really care about killing the Beastmen infantry, because the win conditions of this game are always going to be the big single entity monsters, whether it's a Gorgon or a Jabberscythe or something like that. Maybe the Butchers of Kaldengar with their terror and healing, Centaurs with their speed, dogs, flying units and harpies, the enemy caster with Traderkin or Spirit Leech. Like, no one cares about the infantry on either side, so I just sacrifice it, 4 Skaven Slave Spears, and then I just don't care. So then I go full mobility, contesting the Beastmen at their own game, but I am a little better at it with good skirmishers. Gutter runners with their poison application, than just like hybrid melee stats are generally pretty good at messing with Centaurs. And then you outnumber them too, which Centaurs hate. Centaurs are pretty good at trading 1-to-1, but they hate 2v1s and stuff. And you also have cheap, fast sources of terror in the Packmaster and the Warlord. So on one side we have the Packmaster with his melee attack and ITP buff for 1 Molder monster, and on this side we have the Warlord with his rally, so I can just give my own units leadership and debuff the enemy. So we're going to have 2 mobile cores to try and poke at the Beastmen. Then we do have a Warlock Engineer with another ITP increased damage thing in Death Frenzy, just trying to keep my dogs or Rat Ogres in the fight for a little bit longer. Then we have Warpstone Armor and Musketeer, again lowering global melee attack for just spamming out this spell. So I'm giving myself better stats and debuffing the Beastmen. The Beastmen don't actually have that good of melee stats, so the -5 for my Warlord's Aura can actually bring these Centaurs each down to 20... why is math hard when I'm stressed? Anyway, 22. And then if the Warlock Engineer cast, these guys are down to 10 melee attack anywhere around the Warlord, so it can be pretty brutal. Anyway, for the build, we have Night Runners and Gutter Runners. Beastmen don't have a lot of armored targets, so these little ninja shurikens will do great damage regardless of who they shoot at. The dogs and rat ogres, Skaven slaves, Warlock Engineer went through all that. For the Beastmen, we have Pestigors and Ungor herds, Centaurs of Tzeentch, Chaos Warhounds, Abrasium of Death, Jabberscythe, and Morgar their Shadow Gave. That is about it. Now, my Warlord does get swamped, but he has regeneration. He'll be okay, so I pop his various leadership buffs so he can stay alive and stay safe, and then countercharge with my own dogs and rat ogres, and over here the wolf rats and rat ogres with their countercharge against the Centaurs. Already routed off Chaos Warhound, they're working on the Centaurs now. Terror did eventually come for my dogs, despite the Warlord's best attempts, and our Gutter Runners are offering a little bit of shooting here and there. Now, on the far side, Sipa is pulling back, focusing all of his mobility on this flank to defeat me over here, which is pretty smart. So I will use this opportunity to run my dogs over his archers and get a rear charge on some of his Ungor herds, try and at least punish him for that, but my mobile forces are coming around the backside. They'll be here eventually. Meanwhile, we're still getting good damage out, and now my Warlord is just trying to back out and heal. He has been getting covered by Gutter Runners and Night Runners, getting some good damage out on the Abrasium of Death, and our Rat Ogres and Wolf Rats will countercharge over here and just try and chase some stuff off where we can. But yeah, this Skaven mobility does do pretty well if you get it the right situations. We're busy cleaning up the backline. It looks like 1 Centaur and Dog combo came over to deal with us, but in the trade for 1 Wolf Rat, they take a nasty volley from all these Gutter Runners and Night Runners, and then my countercharge immediately causes a terror rout, and I should be able to chase them off pretty easily. One of Morgar's Chaos Spawn Summons is already out. So both sides taking and dealing a lot of damage. Warlord is falling back, still able to heal up. Protected by Gutter Runners for now. Does need new attack orders, as the Warlock Engineer is losing pretty badly to Morgar. That's not exactly shocking. There they go. The Warlord got his new orders, runs over to rally little Warlock Engineer. And we're winning this flank pretty decisively. Still fighting some summoned Chaos Spawns, so they'll go away in their own time. Meanwhile, we took out Archers and we're moving on to more Archers. I don't really want to stop and fight the Pestigors just now. They're super slow infantry. They'll be there at the end of the game. I'll deal with them then. For now, the Warlord's just getting a little poke onto Morgar until the Jabberscythe wakes up. Top side, One of the last healthy Centaurs is going to chase down my dogs and Rat Ogres. That's pretty brutal. This other Rat Ogre is finishing off Chaos Warhound in the distance and needs to be brought back soon. Skaven down to the balance of power a little bit as we chase off everything, but both sides chasing entire units off the battlefield is pretty good. Beastman's balance of power less inflated now that it looks like the Chaos Spawn has disappeared. The Packmaster takes the fight against the Jabbersite with the Rat Ogres nearby. I think the Warlock Engineer is dead at this point. He's going to be. He's getting chased down by the Chariot Caster. Some of our Night Runners are out of ammo, but our Gutter Runners still have plenty, so they're going to kite away from the Pestigores. Low armor, no shields. Means even. The Gutter Runners will do good damage there, but this surround by Rat Ogres and the Packmaster is doing really good work onto the Jabbersite. The Morgr gets his second Chaos Spawn summon off. Probably need to back off. Scrying Stone giving leadership and damage resistance, and the Warlord piles into Centaurs to hold them in place and provide his terror. He wants to tear out them off. There we go. With his 81 speed, he should be able to keep up with these guys and walk them off the map as I rally some dogs. But these dogs are actually just going to rear charge the Centaurs that are busy trying to hunt down the Gutter Runners. So again, that mobility trading is all over the dang place. As a Spirit Leech finishes off my poor Warlock Engineer, Rat Ogres rejoin the fight, and they were going to peel the Bracium of Death off, so it looks like he just didn't want to deal with that. Dogs running out of courage, but they do get the Centaur out of here before routing. This Pestigore is getting dangerously low in leadership. Packmaster sees that. He's going to dive over and try and get terror out them like he terror out of these guys. Night Runner's chasing those guys off, but it looks like the Pestigore should be fine. And they'll rally enough if this Jabbersite comes in with a rear charge, and we'll probably get a good hit on my Packmaster. Aha! I got distracted. Not my problem. Still have some skirmish elements for the Skaven. Warlord is chasing off these Centaurs while still regenerating himself. These Chaos Spawn look like they have 13 seconds left in the battlefield. Rat Ogre's going to fight them for a brief moment, but don't want to fight a summon for too long. Skaven are further down the balance power. Still have 2 regenerating fast terror pieces. But we don't have a caster, and the enemy still does. Still have some Gutter Runners running around with a little bit of ammunition. And they're going to go into melee with these Ungor Herds with a rear charge coming in from the Packmaster. These guys' leadership shouldn't hold at all. They will immediately rout, leaving Morgr all alone. Meanwhile, these Night Runners are running away from the Jabbersite, and this Gutter Runner is kiting out with the last of his ammunition against this Pestigore. Do have a rallied Wolf Rat nearby, but it's so low in leadership, I don't know if it can even get anything done without the Packmaster around to give it that shock collar. Warlord pops Avernus Valor for 120 speed, gonna run down the 77 speed Bray Shaman of Death. Gets a good charge attack onto his rear, wants to take out that Spirit Leeching bastard once and for all. As the Packmaster buffs himself up with damage resistance and a bit of melee attack for a bit. The melee attack is already worn off, but just wanted to get some good stuff done. The Warlord trying to snipe out the Deathcaster, not working out for him, so he is actually going to retreat, and the Packmaster will take over going after the Deathcaster. Morgr is infamously tanky. He has been, like, since forever. Since his inception in Warhammer 2, so it is better to take out the Spirit Leech Caster quicker, which is where both my Brood Horrors are focusing their efforts. On the high grounds, we have downhill charging dogs and Gutter Runners pushing away the last of the Pestigores. The Warlord, barely clinging to leadership, has various leadership buffs, though, in Verminous Valor and Rally. He should be okay while he's just going to tear off some archers. Again, keep him useful while he is regenerating up for me so he can take some more damage. Meanwhile, we got to rout the Spirit Leech Caster, because if he throws another Spirit Leech at my Warlord, that is going to be really annoying with this low HP pool. But we're good for now. Skaven coming back towards the middle on the balance power. Packmaster's going to finish chasing off the Bray Shaman of Death. Skaven rallying their forces all around the map as Gutter Runners chased down the archers and now run back into the Pestigores, just because we were playing under my Discord's rules, so we do have to be attacking somewhere, somehow, at all times. So my Gutter Runner's just going to fill the attacking rule. My Packmaster and Brood Horror Lord heal up a bit. Packmaster's near his healing cap, and he's going to go regroup with some Rat Ogres. I'm also trying to let Brace then get their vigor back. Tired, winded, very tired, very tired, tired, very tired. So yeah, a lot of our forces are tired. And the Jabbersite routes off those Gutter Runners pretty easily. Rat Ogres are going to pull back. They wanted some infantry support to get up there. My healthier Rat Ogres are going to try and charge next to the Gutter Runners. Actually, these are Night Runners. There we go. Shock Collar is in. ITP and increased melee attack. 61 melee attack with a full surround on the Jabber. It only has 43 melee defense, which is still rather impressive, but the Rat Ogre should be able to get through that. The Warlord is in now, throwing out his rally to make sure no one terror routes. Both of the Brood Horror heroes are in. getting good damage out. And that Jabberslife is getting beat up pretty badly. Bounce power goes in this Skaven's favor for the first time in quite a while. Rat Ogres are down in the muck fighting against Pestigors, and those Pestigors are being really annoying, but they're so close to Terror Routing. If we can get rid of them, that would be huge. But the Jabberslice attack animation is what usually makes it so tanky and hard to take down. Actually take it outside the Pestigors, isolating it so that the Brood Horrors can hunt it down easily. It gets down to 800 HP. It is going to rout any second now. The Pestigors also tear out, leaving Morgur all alone. Now we have two regenerating fast lords that can cycle charge him ad nauseum. Sipa throws in the towel, not wanting to make us grind through Morgur. So yeah, that's how the build's supposed to work. I really like going mobility against the Beastmen. Probably still want to throw in a globe or two, but Sipa and I were just having a bit of a fun game. But like 1 or 2 globes are always going to be really good. Even if it's just a pressure piece to get your opponent to come to you, like your 650 gold Poisonwind Globe can bait in a Centigore to get rear charged by dogs, and it's like you're trading a 700 gold unit for a 650 gold unit. So even if they're just bait, globes are still really good. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.